the 10th train at Fort Marsh, Oklahoma. The recruiting situation that was made, Fred recognized that after the Civil War in 1865, it was organized in 1866. Fred Douglas recognized that Lincoln could Custer could not handle the western frontier. He convinced Lincoln that he needed help. He said, where can I get help from? He said, because my Union Army is supporting the plot with information. The situation was, he said, why don't you take me inside cotton fields? What made him enlist, he saw a black soldier on a horse that they had never seen, this uniform that I have on now, with his leg crossed, reading a map, what they never knew how to do, and with the buttons that they had on was the same buttons that I have on this uniform with the eagle. They had the belt with the same buckle that I wear. That represents the Buffalo Soldiers in the 19th Cavalry. These men wanted to wear this uniform. They went to New Orleans, Louisiana, the 9th and 10th train at Fort Marsh, Oklahoma. The recruiting officer, when they went in front of the recruiting officer, all they know was yes, sir, and no, sir. Can you read? No, sir. Can you write? No, sir. Can you shoot a gun? Yes, sir. Tell me about shooting a gun. Well, you know, I'll go ahead and shoot Fred Rabbit, coon, and possum, so make food for my family, sir. He said, let me ask you a question. Yes, sir. You say, do these things shoot back? Did you shoot? No, sir, they don't. He said, well, Indians shoot back. The men that trained at 9th and 10th Cavalry was uneducated, enlisted men in all forces. But they know military tactics, and they had to teach these men how to ride horses, how to shoot a rifle, learn how to shoot a 44 pistol. When they trained these men on horses to ride horses, the enlisted man told him, say, hey boy, he said, that's the tail, the head's up there. Once they got the horse and started riding the horse, they lost more horse by not knowing how to get up on them, and they went out there with, they came back and the horses went somewhere else. But once these men was trained, Custer was off the 9th and 10th Cavalry. He said, before I take them, I take a low rifle inside the 7th Cavalry. Throughout the time when I went in the military in 1950, it was still very well segregated. I could not train, sleep, I eat. I have the same activity that white troops had because we were separated. I got called N-words so much until I thought I had got away from it. Sergeant Richard Carr, my first field sergeant, told me, say, sit down and let me explain something to you. You see, you'll never get away from that word, the N-word. He said, but when you got that uniform, he said, it was nothing. He said, when you put it on, it became something that made you be something. When he finished explaining the detail and situation about this uniform that I wear, it gave me a pride that I never would have had until I put on this uniform. He said, it made you ambassador of the United States of America as well as the film of this country. Once the 9th Cavalry, 10th Cavalry, they was the law for the western frontier. Right. Not John Wayne. Right. They chased Jesse James, Frank Day, the Dalton brothers. Right. That was their job. Chasing the elite railroad. It was unappreciated. It was used, spit upon, abused. Never appreciated. Never wanted, but always needed. We must recognize that this is the most beautiful country in the world. I want you to understand that at 15 years old, being called N-word all day long, and then I'd go fight for the right and privilege of a person in this country, it's pretty rough to swallow. 15 years old, I got shot in Korea. when they find out how old I was, I would say, how old are you? I said, I'm 19. I said, I'm 18 going on 19. See, you're lying. You 15 going on 16. I said, but I've been here a year. He said, well, I have paperwork, and the paper, we destroyed it. Well, I still stay in the military. But the point is, how the Buffalo Soldier got his name. The American Indian most proud possession was the buffalo. Clothes, shoes, tools, and supply came from one animal. Buffalo characteristic was, if you wanted, you had to get it. Fight to the death and never give up. If you caught it, it would do the same thing. The 9th and 10th Cavalry was very feared by the enemy tribe because they was very good fighters. The Cheyenne Indians recognized that they had the same courage that the buffalo had, because when they was in canyons, they would fight to the last man. If they was in the desert or open warfare, they'd never give up, they'd fight to the last man. So they seen they had the same fighting courage that the buffalo had, so they call them buffalo warriors. The Army had to call them buffalo soldiers, identified, safety, and trained black youth. Until 1943, all black troops was called the N-word. Troops on Platte said they are not the N-word, they are colored troops. Instead of proclamation N to reintegrate the armed forces, there be no more segregated men, because if they can lose their blood fight for this country, they need to be integrated, fight, and have the same activity as white men. The law was put in November the 18th of 1947. It went in full effect, was forced to go into effect May the 18th of 1952. That means they started integrating training troops together, black and white. The time every colored soldier in the armed forces fought side by side was in Vietnam. And I'm sorry to say that segregation still goes on in the armed forces today. Because we're fighting and riots past the day in Vietnam, black and white together. When we got back to our base, the whites, a lot of whites would separate, go to themselves, be by themselves. A lot would stay with the black units. But the point is, I always wondered why. They said, God bless America. I do research on something I didn't understand. And what it really truly stands for is this ability. We are blessed to be in a country, to have the freedom, the right, the ability to achieve, to accomplish whatever we want to be in this country. That's why I mean God bless America. We are blessed to be in a country that have these activities for each and every one of us. Amen. Because countries I have been into a fight, if a child or grown-up says something about the leadership, they got their brains blew out right there and then on the spot. But you ought to have, thank God that you have the right to freedom of speech. And always remember this. Don't get mad at who's the president, because you have the right to vote, to have whatever you want to be in this country that you want it to be. So if you displeased with whatever happened through electionship, but I'm not down on it, because that is my judge, chief of staff, regardless of what his condition is or how he does it, I still have to be obedience under him because he's my judge, commanding officer. Always remember this. Don't be mad who's who. If you didn't vote, that's your fault, because you had the right to choose whatever you want. So let us remember in this country, be what you can be. And thank God you're in the type of country that he has blessed you to be in. To have the freedom and the right of speech that you have. I'm very honored and very proud for what I suffered in the military. When I was in Korea, I was fighting in foxhole 30 and 40 below zero. Seal factor 7. Yeah, I cussed them out in many days. But why should I? When I asked them, they did not ask me. And I'm glad that I had the confidence and ability to wear this uniform. I lost 2 brothers in World War II. And my mom didn't want to have one of the boys to get in the military. I tricked my mom because she thought I was going to job corps. 2 weeks after I was training at Fort Bliss, Texas, they wrote my mother a letter saying, "Dear Mrs. Williams, we are very honored, very pleased, very proud that you signed consent paper that your son could buy to the United States Army." I'm glad I went home, she'd probably killed me. But if she realized that's what I want to do, then she reversed and had a pride that she had a son that could stand up. And I was glad I got in the Army because my mama had 13 kids and I had to help support my mother. And thanks to the Army getting paid $71 a month, I could send her $35 a month. I don't care what she had, because she was doing maid work, anything she could do. But I'm very honored, very pleased to have the opportunity to say something to y'all at this college. Because to me, it's just like receiving the Congressional Medal of Honor. Amen. Being here to even say something to the ones that's section here. And I was talking to the Army unit a while earlier and let them know how proud they need to hold their head up be because of what the uniform done for them. I told them the uniform was done till they put it on, they made it to be something, they made it to become something. Be proud. I said, don't think it tear you down, it's you. I said, because you represent a whole lot. And you're going to have to defend a whole lot. And be the best you can and do what you can. And thank y'all for inviting me here and even listening to me. I hope I said something that you can understand what the Buffalo Soldier really stands for, and what it achieved, and what it accomplished, and what it did for America. And for these men that I'm representing that never got the respect and ability that they should receive. And I thank God that I can stand up and bring up their respect and knowledge and understand what they never did receive. Thank you very much.